I called it Greta's freedom flop. The Israeli uh, foreign ministry has been calling it the selfie yacht that she's on. Anyways, the Israeli Navy, the very elite division of the Israeli Navy, snatched them up, served them sandwiches. She's going to be upset because it wasn't vegan. And like I said, a reality check. Because when your humanitarian mission involves a PR team, zero communication with any aid agencies on the ground, and more photographers than food, you're not helping, you're performing. And now they grabbed her. And she's saying, we've been kidnapped. We've been kidnapped. No, Greta, revolting that you used that word, considering there are still Israeli hostages who were kidnapped by Hamas, held in terror tunnels, being subjected to subterranean horrors, which we can't even imagine. And you know what the IDF is doing to her right now? Making her watch the documentary on October 7th that was captured with the body cam footage from the Hamas terrorists, so that she knows what she got on their little selfie yacht to defend. Look at her.
And look at that. I mean, I wonder what the complaints of the so-called kidnapped captives are going to be, Sheila. You know, my sub didn't have extra cheese like I ordered
No,
it.
they don't want cheese. They were vegan cheese. She's vegan, as Key and Bexy and I discovered from the cans of beans in her car. Her borrowed Arnold Schwarzenegger Tesla when she was in Edmonton. She's a vegan, so she's like, do you have a vegan option?
And please tell me they didn't.
I hope they didn't. But yeah, like apparently their yacht has little to no food on it. It was complete stunt. This is it. Yeah. Good morning to all of our followers. In case you missed it, the selfie yacht is safely making its way to the shores of Israel. The passengers are safe and were provided with sandwiches and water and are expected to return to their own countries. The tiny amount of food aid that wasn't consumed by the celebrities will be transferred. They were just munching their way across the ocean. Transferred to Gaza through real humanitarian channels. More than 1,200 aid trucks have entered Gaza from Israel within the past 2 weeks. Close to 11 million meals were transferred directly to civilians in Gaza. There are ways to deliver aid to the Gaza Strip. They do not involve provocations and selfies. And then, they're going to be shown the documentary, and I hope they learn something.
Yeah, and hopefully it won't involve Hamas in terms of the food distribution, Sheila, because as we all know, they intercept the food shipments and then sell it for profit on the black market to fund their little war machine. By the way, do we have a video of Greta Thunberg? And or maybe am I skipping ahead, Sheila? Is that wait. Video of the day?
Wait, no, we'll go to that in a second. Okay. Salma Zahid, you'll remember her as the member of parliament for Scarborough Centre, Don Valley East. She says the Gaza Freedom Flotilla ship, it's a yacht, is a humanitarian mission and must be allowed safe passage to Gaza. As the Israeli government said, there's almost no food on there, that they hadn't munched their way across the Mediterranean eating. I'm concerned about Israeli government statements regarding blocking or intercepting this peaceful mission. I urge Canada to speak up for the ship and be allowed safe passage. And then Honest Reporting says, the only thing that was humanitarian was the manner in which the interdicting IDF forces treated these radical activists by giving them sandwiches and water.
Yeah, and by the way, blocking food aid.
You're just not allowed to enter another country on a ship and just be like, we're here. You can't do that.
Yeah, but surely she's confused. Is she, again, what my previous point, Sheila, is she talking about Hamas? They're the ones that are the biggest contributors to the humanitarian crisis in Gaza.
They're the ones snatching the food aid.
Exactly.
They're the ones snatching the food aid. The Israelis are trying to deliver it directly to the civilians. The problem is Hamas is intercepting it and saying, you got to give us the food aid. And then they just keep it. And it's causing riots in Gaza, but nobody wants to talk about that either.
Wasn't this tried before sometimes, Sheila? I'm having deja vu, this whole
flotilla nonsense.
Flotilla.
Every time something pops off in Gaza, some white liberal
Yeah.
anti-Semite celebrities are like, let's get on a yacht and save some people. Meanwhile, tripping over the homeless people in their own country to
And
do
how
it.
did that work out the previous times?
They always get arrested.
Yeah.
Always. It's almost like that's the goal, to be able to film a selfie video where
Oh,
you say, we have been intercepted and kidnapped.
and there's Greta, and I don't know, Sheila, not that it's important, but she kind of looks different to me. And I don't mean by the keffiyeh scarf she's sporting, but it looks like those, the innocence has worn off. The bloom is off this rose. Or is this maybe the result of a vegan diet? She
It's
doesn't
the
look very
veganism. She
healthy.
was raised a vegan. She has cut off her thinning hair. Her hairline is drastically receding. She
Oh,
doesn't have DHA and B12 in her diet, which means her brain doesn't work properly. She cannot properly reason. Kids who are raised on a vegan diet have neurological problems that last forever.
yeah.
And so this is just the result of it. And she's just an aging child actor. And instead of transitioning into successful directing like Ron Howard, this is the path she's chosen. And now she's, I don't know, getting free sandwiches from the Israelis.
Let's face it, Canada's economy isn't heading in the right direction. Inflation's eating away your savings, and government debt is out of control. No politician is going to fix that overnight. With Guildhall Wealth, you can hold real physical gold and silver inside your RRSP. It's a time-tested way to protect your retirement and take back control of your wealth. Call 1-877-8-SILVER or visit guildhallwealth.com/rebel to request your free investor kit. And hey, make sure to mention Rebel News.